So, Uzma, another important question that I feel like is very much going to help our new grads, especially kids who are in the university. First of all, what advice would you like to give them to choose HR? I mean, who want to get into HR field? And another thing is okay, let's just answer it first, and then what I have another question is that any interview tips? Because usually, unfortunately, in fact, I would say here, we are not preparing our kids for what their interests are. We are just forcing them to be what, their forefathers have been, or what inspiration do they have in their minds, right? So we just force
Yeah,
them to choose the
yeah.
subjects and move ahead in their career, in their lives.
So,
So what advice would you like to give? And the other is linked with this question is once they are done with their graduation or post graduation, what interview tips should they be prepared for?
Rihanna, I will divide the answer into two parts, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm,
the first part is that the people encouraging young students for the HR.
mhm.
Basically, people think that HR is just that mother who can hold everybody in their arms very easily.
Right.
That's true to some extent. But if I talk about particularly about the finance people who have the finance background, it's not
Mhm,
essential that they have to land up in the finance only because
mhm.
in HR, there are a lot of numbers, right? We do
True.
have the reward, we do have the compensation, where we work on the Excel, and we have to work on all the formulas.
Mhm,
So it cannot be done better than by the finance people. So HR is the field where I think finance people should apply, especially
mhm,
in these particular shops of HR, right?
mhm, mhm,
Besides that, if we talk about the payroll, if we talk about the payroll, so in the payroll also the numbers, so it's a good option for the finance students to apply for the payroll department, for the compensation department. So this is one of the suggestion which I would really like to give to the young grads. Secondly, if we talk about the interview tips, yes, that's the most important because now uh, people are very much into the TikToks and the videos, so they don't, update themselves what actually going through the market. So it's a long journey from the campus to corporate, right? It's C to C. We say B to
True.
B business, so it's like
True.
C to C, and there are certain steps. So when you are going to the giving interview to any organization, you should know about that organization vision, mission, purpose, where that organization is working, what are their main if it's a manufacturing, so what are their major brands, which brand is working the better than the other brand. So people must have this idea. If there are a lot more subsidiaries in one organization, but now the young generation have no idea. They will just go there and with the blank, no, we are not prepared for that thing. So no, that's not the appropriate answer. You need to prepare yourself, you need to equip yourself to such things because we will not judge your technical side. We also know that you're the fresh grad. We know you also know 2 plus 2 is a 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. We
True.
want to see your social skills. And secondly, what I see is now the universities have so much social dramas, like what we should say it's communities where they engaged students with the competition of the dramas, poetry, arts, and craft. But there's a room for the interview skills, soft skills, the communication, how to manage the stakeholders, because once you are in the field, that these are the main things you need to
Mhm,
focus on. It's a
mhm.
communication, it's a
True.
stakeholder management, right?
True.
It is how collaboratively you work and work, and there's no competition among each other.
Mhm.
From the university, from the schools, we have incorporated this thing in the minds that okay, you are better than that person, so you have to perform well. No, it's not like that. We have to kill the ego, and if you are best, it's a competition within yourself. You have to perform better than the last year, and it is you who have to be in front. It's you, your competition is with yourself, not with anyone else. So these are the things which I personally think that our young generation really need to